Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another video. Now this week it's going to be slightly different. I'm going to do restoration, or a die-cast model restoration, and I'm also going to show you how I do my decals, how I make my own decals. And you know, I've been thinking about this for some time. I've had several people ask me if I'll show how I do it on the video, and I thought, do I do a video separately or do I combine it with a restoration? So I've decided to combine it with a restoration. It has made the video a bit long. It's about an hour and a half, so I apologise for that, but it was the easiest way for me to show you how I did things, and how you know, for this model, how I make the decals for this particular model that I'm doing this week. So before I start, I would like to say thank you very much everybody for sticking with me, all my original subscribers, and thank you very much to all my new subscribers for joining me, and thanks very much everybody for supporting my channel. And I do hope you are enjoying my videos, and continue to enjoy my videos and continue to watch them. So thanks very much for that. Okay, so again, before we start the video properly, I'm going away in a couple of weeks' time for a couple of weeks. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to put a video on Thursday week, and I probably won't be able to answer your comments on those because I will be away. We're going to Chester, and usually my phone, it blocks my emails and all that when I go there, because I'm in a different place. I'm in a strange place, if you like. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to answer all your comments on that video. But anyway, I'm going to try and post it on Thursday week, and then I'll do another one when I get back. But we're going for a couple of weeks, so my times might be a little bit alter-cock. So please bear with me on that. I'm going to do my best. Okay, so you know, let's get on with this video. And this week, or well, yeah, this week it's going to be the restoration of a Corgi Toys Tour de France Renault 16. Now, I haven't got the bicycle that goes with this model because it's missing. Obviously, there was quite a lot of bits missing on this one, and you know, I looked to see if you could get reproduction bicycles, which you can, but at 25 quid for a little piece of pissy plastic, I'm sorry, I'm not paying that. So you'll have to imagine the bicycle behind it. So anyway, as I say, I've had to get a few parts for this. You know, well, you'll see, I'll explain to you later on. Okay, so let's get on with it. So as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, see how I got on with this one. Okay, then let's take a closer look at this one. So that's the Corgi Toys Renault 16 Tour de France one, camera car. Okay, so looking at it, the base is pretty good. think it's got 2 original tyres on. These aren't, but they're all pretty brittle and knackered, so they'll be needing to be replaced. The camera is missing off the back. Camera and tripod and cameraman, that's missing. The driver's missing and the steering wheel's missing. But I have got another interior with the driver and the steering wheel, so I'll probably use that. Plenty paint loss, as you can see. The bonnet opens on this one. It's got a spare wheel in there with engine detail. Again, it's the wrong tyre on the spare wheel, so that looks like that's been changed at some time or another. Other than that, not too bad. Needs new decals, so I'll have to make a new set of those, and I probably will video how I make these, because people have asked me you know, to do a video of how I do my decals, how I make them and size them and that, so this might be a good one to show how I do that. Okay, so that's basically it. 2 rivets holding the bottom in, or the base on, so we'll drill those out and then see what we got inside. Okay, I'll get me drill. Right, okay, here we go. Let's get this thing apart. Now I've punched a little indentation in there for the drill, so I'm going to start with a small drill, 2.5mm, and that is very soft. Ooh. Okay, that's very soft, that rivet. This one the same. This one the same. What I'm going to do is use the big drill bit. Yeah. What's happened? We've gone out of focus. Come on. That's it? Yeah, that's gone back in. I think, yeah. Whoop. That's probably just about it. I think that's it. I think the little screwdriver just spilt me nail brush cleaner stuff, nail varnish remover all over the place. Cabbage. Yeah, that's gone easy. The front went easy, but the back hasn't. Little fraction more. That'll be enough now, surely. There you go. Right. Oh, tyres falling apart and they're so rotten. Okay, well that's the usual suspension. That's easily to get the, very easy to get the axle out. Not that way though. Maybe with the tyres. Maybe with the tyres off. Those are, they're rock hard. Look, they're just snapping. Oh, well, that's come out anyway. Okay, that's come out all right. Right. Now that is just polished up, I think. I'm not sure. It looks just polished to me, so we'll try polishing it up. If it doesn't polish up, there's only one thing for it to do, and that's spray it silver. but hopefully it will polish up. Okay, right, now the interior, so that just lifts out. Shame the driver and the steering wheel's gone. Now this piece here, it just pulls out, this back piece. Now the bonnet, it comes up through there. You've got to push it in from the outside. It comes out of there. Now this window unit, which is good, just comes out. So that's good. Now we've got this thing here which needs drilling out. This Paramount Pictures sign on the top. So that'll be glued back in. Very soft rivets, but I just don't want to push too hard. Where's my punchy thing? I might push it through. It's come out, the front one's come out. There you go. I don't want to take too much off that because I still want it to be sort of tight to get it in. So that'll be quite good, that. Fine. So that's off. I don't know if the spare wheel comes out or not. Obviously the tyre's got to come off because that's all brittle. It's just breaking up. The rubber's so hard. I don't know if that's the original one anyway. I'm not sure about that spare wheel. Oh yeah, it's loose. There you go. Just prise it up. It's only pushed over that like little rivet thing there. So that's off. So that's it really. This rivet post here, not very deep at all, so you've got to be very, very careful with that. I might drill a bit. What's this one like? This is a bit deeper, so only it hasn't got a lot either, so the rivets are going to have to be shortened, I think, on that. So I've got to file a little bit off of that and a little bit off of that, I think. Hang on, I'll just double check. Just double check before we go too far. Boom, click, click. Yeah, they definitely will need a little bit off them. Okay, so I'm going to do that and then we'll see you at the caustic soda bath with this. Okay. Right, before I go any further, I've drilled out these rivet posts and I've filed the rivet down for the back small. I've had to file the front one as well because it's not the full rivet length deep of the rivets I've got. Okay, so whilst I've got this here like this, and I thought to myself this is a good one to show people how I make my homemade decals. And because you've got this Tour de France decal on the side, what I need to do is to get the size of that. So a piece of masking tape or something like that will measure it and get that size is what I need to do. And then the same with this, I need to get the size. That's all I need to do at this stage, is just get the sizes. So whether you use like some sort of tracing paper or something like that, you know, even a bit of paper and over there, and just rub like we used to do as kids with a pencil so that it shows the outline of that shape. I've done that before, just to get the size of that decal and that decal and these two decals on here. So I'm going to just have a look how I'm going to do this, and then I'll show you. Okay, so what I've got here is a piece of plastic that goes around a cake. It's a Marks and Spencer's Simil cake. So that bit's a bit damaged. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut that off. Right, now I'm going to cut another piece about like that. And this is how I do it. Okay, so I'm going to keep this piece and just put the rest away. Right, okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stick a piece of this masking tape, if I can, over that decal on that car. So that's the first one. So stick it over. Now I can see the size of it. So there's different ways you can do this. This is the way I'm going to do it this time. Right, so what I'm going to do, I've got this piece of metal here. So if I can hold it straight, which isn't easy because it's a bit long. Hang on. I want to get it along the edge of this decal, and I want to cut. Okay, so I cut along there, and I'll cut along the bottom as well. Okay, it's just to get a rough idea of the size. It doesn't have to be 100%. So I'll cut there. And cut there. Right, hopefully when I peel that off, it should leave that piece on. Look at that, it's getting the paint off the car. I don't hardly need caustic soda for that. Or I hardly need any caustic soda, I should say. Okay. So now I've got this piece of masking tape, which is the right size. If I can get it off now, it's the right size of this sticker. Can't get the bloody thing off now. So this is the piece I need. Okay, I'm going to peel that off, and I'm going to stick it on this piece of plastic. If I can, it's all curling up. Oh, come on. Oh, don't stick to the... Oh, for God's sake. Get it on the piece of plastic quick. Trouble is, not very sticky now because I've some of the paint off of the, or part of the decal off. But anyway, there you are. I've got the rough shape of that side sticker and size. So that's the first thing on there. So I don't need that bit anymore now for this. Right, I can do the same. Is my tape big enough? And I can do the same with this piece. Yeah, I think it is. So, just my stomach rumbling. I'm starving. I'm always hungry. Just remember, this is only a rough guide to the size, so it doesn't have to be critical. Probably this piece more so, because the stickers has to fit, or the decal has to fit in this little circle. Push it in, same in there. So this is basically what you're doing, just trying to get the size, get the shape. It's a right rigmarole, and I mean, probably somebody's out there watching and saying, what the hell's he doing that like that for? I don't know. This is this is one of the ways I do it. There are other ways, but this is probably one of the most accurate. Now, like I say, just getting the shape and size. You don't need to worry about the actual stickers themselves, because I'll show you how I get those. Right. I'll show you how I get those later on in the video. So again, I'm just going to cut around. This is actually quite a nice sort of part to cut these sizes out of, because they've got nice edges to put the knife blade against. If I had a nice sharp knife, that is. There, just pulling the edges now. Don't worry if it's a little bit jagged around the edges. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Mind your fingers. Right. Now I've got to try and get this masking tape off of the air now. Like I say, don't worry about the jaggedness or untidiness of it. It's just for getting the rough shape. This one's not working very well because it's sticking quite hard. Okay, we're getting it. It's coming. There. Now, I mean, the shape looks shit, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll just snip that a bit. It's only for a rough size. So stick that on a piece of card as well, or piece of plastic. Okay, so that's that's the rough sizes for two of the parts. Okay, Now, hang on, let me just clear my bench a bit. Right, okay, I've cut a bigger, I've got some wider masking tape. So I'll do the same with this. I'll stick him on there. Right, okay, I've got a pen. Now I'm going to draw just around it. I'll just go as much as I can around the inner edge, like that. Just to get the rough size, as I keep saying. I'll colour the whole thing in and make it easier. Oh. Okay, I'm going to take that off and try and cut it out. There. Doesn't matter that it's not a perfect circle, it doesn't matter at all. So right, we're going to stick that on there now. So there. Okay, that's all we need now. Now what I've got to do now is go up, because I've got I need to scan this. So I'm going to take this up and scan it on my scanner, which is I've got on my printer. It's a scanner printer. So that is the very first step in making the decals. Okay, I'll see you at the scanner. Right, okay, I've got this up here in our spare room. There's a bit of rubbish from the last time I scanned something on there. Okay, so this is my printer and my scanner all in one. So what we're going to do is just put that down there. It doesn't really matter which way around it goes. It's just, like I say, for the size, so that it's just a rough guide. So I'll close that. And then you see on here, I've got the picture of the decals off the internet. So that's in my, well, Corgi and Dinky photos. So I'll show you what we're going to do with that in a minute. Anyway, that's scanned off the, not scanned, but I got that off the internet, saved it on my phone, and then I've transferred it from my phone onto my laptop. So these are the ones we're going to use. Yeah. Okay, so okay, we're going to scan this. So I've got to go on here, so I'll press scan, and I want to scan it to file because I want it to go onto my laptop. So Nick, that's my PC. Options, offset with computers, I want to put that on. Then go down, because that's right, file type, so I don't want PDF, I want JPEG. Okay, so that's it. So okay, and then start. Okay, and then that's basically it. Oh, still connecting to my PC. Okay, here we go, it's scanning now. next page, so I need to press no. Okay, so that should come up on my decal scans on here. These are all the scans I've done in the past. Right, okay, it's this one I've got here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to right click, and then I want to, where is it now? Open with. So when it goes open with, it goes onto there. So I want to open it with 3D Paint. So that should open 3D Paint. Creating new project. Okay, so we've got it on there. So that's what we've got on there. So we're going to leave that on there. We're going to leave that on there. So what I'll do, I'll just minimize it like so. Right, I hope you can see this. Hang on, I'm just going to get rid of that. Right, so now what we want to do, I'll get all these onto the onto the scan. So click on that. So I want to put, I'll right click and then I'll put copy. Come on, my laptop's getting a bit buggered. Okay, so I've copied that. So now what I want to do is open the other one and then right click and paste. Okay, so I'll move that down the bottom. So we maybe make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so now let's make let's get this. Now you see what I'm doing. That's the actual size that I need on an A4 piece of paper. This is like represents an A4 piece of paper. So I want to get one of these. Okay, and I want to take it up over the top of that. And then what I want to do is to bring it down in size and try and keep it more or less the right sort of shape. It's very difficult to do. Well, it's not that difficult, but it is quite difficult to keep it, you know, keep it the right sort of proportion. So what I'm doing, I'm using this piece I've scanned to try and get roughly the right size. So that's not bad like that. That's pretty good. So I think that's not bad. I reckon that's pretty much the same size as that. And maybe we go a fraction smaller. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. So what we do, we move this over here now. Maybe make it a little bit longer. Okay, so I'll click out of the box. So that's pretty much, you know, this one, that's pretty much the size I want. So what I need to do now is I'll click on that and then I'll right click and I'll copy. Okay, so that's, click on that again. Now I'll right click and I'll put paste. Okay, so now I can move this down there. So now I've got, just sorry about my stomach's rumbling, I'm starving. So that's it, I've got those two side stickers now, or decals. Now I need to do the same with this one. So what I want to do is get that as close as I can, move it up, and then start to bring it, trying to keep it as round as I can, start to bring it down to roughly the size of that one. It's difficult to tell 100%, but that's not far off, I reckon. So I'm going to put that there, and then click, boom. So that's not bad, I reckon. That's pretty much the right size. So what I'll do, I'll do another one. I'll copy and paste this. Doesn't hurt to have an extra one. I know you only need one for the bonnet. So what I'll do, I'll right click on that, copy, and then click again in there, then right click, paste, and then move it down. So there you go, I've got two of those now. Okay, actually I'll just move them up a bit. There. Okay, so that's that one. So what we're going to do here now, I'll move this down. So I'll just copy that, well, not copy it, but I'll just go around it and drag it down. Okay, now, boom. Then I'll lift that up. So you know the script now, so I'm going to try and get this, move it up to the size that is. So I'll go as close as I can to select the bit I want. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to move her up here, if it'll go, which it doesn't seem to because my computer's going as slow as anything. Okay, here we go. Whoa. My computer's on a go slow. Hate it when it does that. So then I'm going to start moving this in, moving it in. I want to try and get it the same size as that piece up there. So I'll move this up. So what are we for length? We're too long still. So I'm going to bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. A bit more. How are we doing here? So that's not bad for length. Maybe a little bit slightly more in. Okay, so we got it for length. Right, let's move it up here so we'll see what we are for width. So we're not bad for width either. Maybe could go slightly more. There. So that's not bad. So let's move this down a little bit. And then what I'll do, I'll put this on top. So I'll move this up. I'll move this up there. Okay. And I'll copy. Come on, copy. Don't know if that worked. Hang on, I'll do it again. Might have worked, I don't know. Right. Copy. And then, boop. Okay, so right click, paste. Okay, we're on. There you are, you got two there. And then I might do it again. Paste. and then I'll get 3. I'll get a spare one like that. That's it. Okay, so that's it on there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get rid of this here, because I don't want that. So right click, delete, get rid of that. There's a bit of crap there, get rid of that, delete, and then I've got my bits down here. I want to get rid of that. We don't want that anymore. So right click, delete. So that's gone. Okay, now we can sort this out now. So I'll select this. Actually, that might be a bit close. I'll do it again. I'll select that. I'm going to move him across to there. I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy. I'll make some extra ones, you see, like this. So I want to paste now, and then I'll move it across. And then I'll paste again, move it across, and my computer's going slow again, so it's not going how I want it to. Okay, and then I'll paste again, and I'll move it across. There you go. And then what I'm going to do now, because I've got a little bit of paper down the side, so I'm going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy, okay, click, right, so I'm going to paste now, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it like so, 90 degrees, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same again. Well, what I'll do, I'll copy this one, the right angle in, make use of all my paper, so copy, boom. Okay, right click again, sorry, I keep knocking the camera stand, paste, so that's it, paste that one there. It's always best to have more than what you need in case you make a balls up, because it's easier to make too many than to have to go back and redo the whole blasted thing again. Well, in my opinion anyway. Okay, that's that. Probably what I could do, same thing, copy, and then paste. Okay, so I'll bring that down there. Well, I'll start this side, so I'll get an extra couple of those. Right, that'll do. Yeah, so what I want to do now, I want to print this, so go back into the menu and I want to print, 2D print. Now I'm just going to print a quick copy onto just plain paper. So I'm not going to worry too much about the printing settings at the moment, because all I want to do is just print a quick print out and see how it comes out on the paper. So there you go, that's it. So we'll watch how it comes out. Okay, here we go, it's starting to print. Okay, so this is just a quick normal quality print out of it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down and just check with the model that I have got the right size before I go any further. And then once I've done that, I'm going to come back up to you and I'll show you what I do. Okay, right, they're okay size wise. So this is the piece of paper obviously I printed this out on. Now I've cut some WATERSLIDE decal paper. Now this is white background one, so this is the one you want, because some of these, or these decals here, got to go on the bonnet of the car, which is black. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick this piece of WATERSLIDE decal paper over the top of what I've printed on there. Okay, now I'm just going to use a bit of sellotape, so that's what I need to do. So it's not easy for me to show you on the camera, because my stand isn't really in the right place. Sorry about this. Okay, so I'm going to get a bit of sellotape, and then I shall just stick that on there like so. Don't go too far onto the actual decal paper. You can fold it around the back like that. So I'm going to put a piece on the bottom side as well, and then each side on there. Actually, sometimes it's better just to put two bits, because you don't want it snagging in the printer. So as close to the edge of the decal paper as you can, probably. I was never very good at packing parcels, Christmas presents and all that, as you can probably tell. Oh, there, that's on the floor now. This is what happens, you see. Okay, we're done with that piece. So shift this tape out of the way. So that's what we've done. We've stuck this piece over the top of that. Now it's gone out of focus. So I'm going to put that in the printer. So take the paper out, and make sure when you put it in the printer that this part that you've stuck it on goes downwards. You're going to make sure it prints on the right side. Okay, so I'll put the tray back in. Right, now we're going to go back onto this computer screen. Right, so I'm going to click on menu, then I'm going to click print, and then I'm going to need to go to 2D print, not 3D print. Right, so now my printer settings are coming up. So that's portrait, A4, yeah, it's all the same. So I'm going to scroll down on this, and it says more settings, so click on more settings. Right, so that's all the same. Print on one side, uncollated, normal, pages per sheet, A4. Right, now where it gets to plain paper, I need to click that, and I want inkjet paper. Now all the printers probably vary, but this is the best settings I've found for mine. So output quality, it says normal here, so I don't want normal, I want high quality. Now I've tried photo quality, it doesn't come out so well, so this is the settings that I use. So I'm going to press OK. Come on, OK, that's it. And then it's print, so I'm going to print. So here we go. Now it's going to take a little while to print this, because obviously it's going to come out a lot slower, because it's a better quality print I've ordered, like with the laptop, so it's a better quality print, so it's going to take longer to print. Okay, here it comes. So when you take it out of here, be careful not to touch it, because the ink will be wet and it will smudge. Okay, so this is our finished thing. You could always go into like if you just open this, not in 3D paints, but just open it like if you would open a photograph normally on your laptop, if you do that, and then you can edit it and you can make the colours darker, but they're not too bad like this, so I'm going to leave them like they are. So I'm going to go downstairs now and I'm going to spray all that with lacquer. I'm going to put quite a bit of lacquer on, you know, maybe a couple of coats, and then what I'll probably do is dry it with a hairdryer, because I find if you dry it with a hairdryer, it makes the decals a little bit more strong, if you like. You know, when I did that BBC roving eye one, my decals didn't work out. I left those dry naturally, and I think that's the reason why. And I think the hairdryer would kind of bake the lacquer a bit more, make it more hardy, and the transfers probably are a little bit stronger when you put them on. This is what I've found, but everybody's got their different way of doing it, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so those are made now, so that's how I do that. I hope this has been a help, and it hasn't made the video too long, but anyway, that's what I do, and I find it works not too bad for me. As I say, that roving eye one, it went a bit Pete Tonk, but you know, sometimes they don't always work out. And I know it's very long-winded, but that's the way I do it, that's the way I find it works for me, and I'll stick to what I know works for me. Okay then, so we'll go and get these sorted out, and then the next thing we'll be putting them on the model. Okay, catch you in a bit. Okay, so I'm going to put this one in with another model, not to waste the caustic. So I'll put the casting in first. I might put a little bit more caustic in, just to give it a bit more fizz. Okie dokie. Yep, it's starting to come off. Okay, so like always, we'll leave it in a bit and then come back to it when it's all wire brushed and cleaned, ready for putting the primer on. Okay, so we'll catch you over on the bench. Right, okay, that's it, all cleaned up, wire brushed and washed with methylated spirits, wiped over, and yeah, all ready for putting the primer on. So I'm going to go out and do that now. It's nice weather, lovely sunny weather, warm, so that's great. Okay, so I'll come back to you when I've done that. Okay then, primer on and dried. on the Tour de France Renault 16. So it's come out alright, that part of it anyway. The primer usually does. So what I'm going to go out and do now, I'm going to paint the white on here, and the bonnet's got to be black and this part's got to be red, so I'm going to go out and do that. And then when that's all done and dried, we're going to have to mask off the car and do the black roof part here. But that won't be for a while. That won't be until tomorrow at the earliest. Okay, so I'm going to go out and do that, and then I'll come back to you when that's done. Right, so now what I've got to do here is mask off along for the roof. So I've got to mask off along there. So these inside rails, if you like, of the roof, you can see it's like along in there, that's got to be white, so I've got to mask those off. And then across the back I've got to leave a little bit of white across there, so just this bit above it's got to be black. And I'm not sure, but I think probably the same with the front. I'm going to have to check up on that. Anyway, I'm going to check up on that, and I'm going to mask it off, and then I'll come back to you. I'll do it off camera because it's a lot easier for me to see what I'm doing, because I've got to put my magnifying specs on, and my head needs to be where the camera is. Okay, so I'm going to do that and I'll come back to you. Right, that's all masked up. I'm going to go out now, put a bit of lacquer on as I usually do, and then I'm going to put the black on the roof. Right, okay, that's that done. So let's get this paper off and see what kind of mess we've made. Take these off so I can get that front piece off. That's it. Get rid of that. Right. Should get this kitchen roll out of the middle. Right. It's a nice line across the back. Not a great line along there. There. Okay, so that side done fine. It's just a shame this one's a bit not so good. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to touch that a little bit with white, and then I'm going to go and lacquer this. Okay. Right, decals. I wasn't happy with the ones we made, so I made another batch because these ones here that go on the bonnet, or this one that goes on the bonnet, when I printed those out, when I looked at them, they were slightly oval. I hadn't quite got it 100% right. So I've redone them again. I've reshaped got them as a circle. I've put it on the bonnet because I thought I'll do it off camera because it was easier because of the, like, you know, the way the bonnet's shaped. Hasn't come out too bad. If anything, it's slightly on the large side, slightly bigger than the original. This is the trouble with doing it like this. You don't always get it 100%, but it's okay, you know, unless you've got an original model right alongside. You won't really notice that it's very slightly bigger. So I'm quite pleased with the way that's turned out. It's followed the contours of the bonnet not too bad, and I've done this, put these on the sides there, and I've done a little bit of detailing in the engine. I haven't done too much. Normally the whole engine bay there is painted silver on the original model, so I've done the battery black, the air cleaner and the rad black and the pipe there, and then the rest, that sort of half of the engine bay I've done silver. So I think it's going to look alright. So that's where I've got so far. Plenty more to do yet. Oh, also I've done the indicators on the side. Those were never painted, but I've done them. So yeah, that's it so far. Right, well, we're pretty much ready to put it together now. So I've done a little bit more. I put the wheels on ready and tyres on to save time because the video is going to be long enough already as it is. So what I've done here, I've done the headlights in the yellow, you know, like the French would have. Now the indicators, those are indicator and side lights combined, and the inner part of each unit there is the indicator, the outer part is the side light. So I've just put in the indicator, the orange for the indicators. I might put a little bit of hand lacquer on over that because I've just put the paint on. Transparent Vallejo transparent yellow and Vallejo transparent orange. I can't remember if I showed you these little lights on the back. That's what they're supposed to be. They're not great. They're normally red, so I've put half of them orange for the indicators, just to make it look a little bit better. Oh, and the glass, I've shined it all up. I've done it with a nail buffer, the polish, and then I've dipped it in the Pledge Revive It. Okay, so the other thing I've done, I've put the spare wheel on. it just pushes on over the top. It's just a little piece of metal that sticks up and you just push it on. Now I've put a treaded tyre on that because it should be treaded tyres on this one. Well, you know, the bit like the later Corgi Land Rovers had, but I haven't got any more, and I've bought some on eBay but they haven't come yet, and I want to get this video done, so I thought I'll put the one good treaded tyre I had that was on there, I'll put it back on there, and then when the others come I'll change these back around for the correct ones. So I put these, this is a new set I had, which is slightly different, but they're for Corgis anyway, so I just put those on for the time being so we can get this done. Okay, so let's get on with it. First I think let's put the camera and cameraman on here. So what I'm going to do, I'll just stick the camera in the holes there, and I'll put a bit of super glue on the underside. It's a reproduction camera, so it's not great. I've had to bend the legs a little bit to get them to fit right, but they go in, so that's it. So I'll put a little bit of super glue on the underside. Actually, before I glue that, I'm going to put the cameraman on. Hang on, before I put the glue on, I just make sure. I did try him before to make sure he fitted, but not with a camera. So let's see. Yeah, he's going to be okay with that, I think. I'm going to have to go at an angle like that, I think. Yeah, so okay, so I'm going to put a bit of glue on his underside. Ooh, that'll do. That'll do. And then I'll put a, that camera's bloody moved again, so I'll put a little splodge on each of those legs to hold it. There, that should do. So I'll leave that dry a minute before going any further. Make sure the bloody cameraman's down, he's not fitting very well now, the bugger. Pulling the bloody camera out. Right, I'm going to put him on my little clamps here, and oh, he's come out again. Oops, something finishing on eBay. The base isn't, it's not a great fit on there, to be honest. Anyway, that'll probably do. Okay, so I'm going to hang that up so it dries, and then we'll get on with the next bit. Now, what am I going to do next? One piece I haven't put down, I forgot about. was this piece, so we're going to put that on. Now, I might use 5-second fix for this. Right, battery's flat now on the camera, it says. So I'm going to put this on here. So there's a bigger rivet there and a smaller one there, or rivet post. So obviously the holes they fit accordingly. So I'm going to push that on. There you go. Well, I thought I was going to push that through. I did try it before, but he doesn't want to go now. Right, going to have a bit of a fiddle around with that. Okay, I just pinched it down with the pliers a little bit, so that's gone now. So I'm going to put a little bit of 5-second fix on that because the window unit's going to go on there, so if I use super glue it might end up clouding it. So you've seen me use the 5-second fix before. It's this one with the ultraviolet light. So I'm going to use that, and now I've got it all over my fingers. Ugh, messy. Now this is where you got to be careful, because you get it on your fingers, it goes on the model. So there, be very careful. Okay, so put a little bit around there. Same round this one. Where's the piece of rubber cap? Put that on, put that on. Keep your fingers wiped, and then put the old light on it. Oh, the light, there's hardly any light left, and so it might take a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you once that has gone off, the glue's gone off. It needs the light to make it go off. So I'll come back to you when that bit's done. Right, okay, we got that done. Now, window unit next, I would say. So, again, I might use the 5-second fix for that. It's actually come up quite nice, that window unit. Right, so she's in there. Yeah, I'll put a bit of 5-second fix in there. So where's the bugger gone? Right. Okay. Use this other light this time. So you know the script. So I'll shine it in there. I'll do the same. I'll leave it dry and then we'll come back to it. Right, I think that's pretty much dried off. What I want to do is where the camera tripod comes through those holes, I just want to put a bit of red on that, cover it up, and I also want to do chrome on the door handles. That Renault 16 at the back in real life it should be chromed. I'm not sure if I want to try that. I might try it. I don't want to bugger it up now because it's come out quite well, this one, so far. But anyway, on the Corgi model it wasn't like that, but on the real car it is, so I'm going to do that. Well, I'm going to do the door handles anyway. Okay, so we'll do that and then we'll come back to it. Right, I think that's pretty much dried off. What I want to do is where the camera tripod comes through those holes, I just want to put a bit of red on that, cover it up, and I also want to do chrome on the door handles. That Renault 16 at the back, in real life it should be chromed. I'm not sure if I want to try that. I might try it. I don't want to bugger it up now because it's come out quite well, this one, so far. But anyway, on the Corgi model it wasn't like that, but on the real car it is, so I'm going to do that. Well, I'm going to do the door handles anyway. Okay, so we'll do that and then we'll come back to it. Okay then, that's it, job done. Door handles chromed, done the Renault 16. That part's not brilliant, but it's very difficult to do. The moulding, you know, the actual detail is not brilliant on it, but anyway, you know, it wasn't easy to paint the chrome on it. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you've found it informative with the making of the decals. And the bonnet one turned out quite nice in the end. So, you know, that might not be how some of you make your decals. I don't know. That's how I do them with what I've got on my laptop and with my printer I've got. So that's the way I do it. I know it's long drawn out sometimes and it's difficult to get the sizing 100%, as you know, you will know by this one. As I say, I had to redo them after the video I'd shown you how I do them, because this front one here, well, I've got the old ones, they are, but they turned out sort of oval rather than round, so I had to make them more round, and at the same time I enhanced them. So I just you know, like if you've got a photo actually on your computer and you just click to open it, when it opens you can usually edit them on there, and that's what I've done with this. I've just enhanced the colours a bit to make them darker than the ones that I showed you how to do it. But anyway, like I say, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you found it informative. I hope it helps some of you out who were thinking of making your own decals but weren't sure how to do it. And like I say, I'm quite sure there's other ways of doing it which are probably better, but this is the way I do it. And yeah, so and I hope you've enjoyed the model restoration. And to me it was an ideal one to use to show you the decal making, because there's quite a few different decals on this. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please join me again, you know, in a couple of weeks time, and we'll try and do another restoration video. Okay then, so I'm going to do my usual outdoor shots, and then we'll look at it on the turntable as it was, and then again as it is now, so you can see the difference. And yeah, that'll be that until the next video. So until next time, please stay safe, look after yourselves, take care, and we'll see you then. So cheery for now. Hubby, habato. See you in a couple of weeks.